Hey everyone, and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm reviewing one of my most anticipated films of the year, Mad Max Fury Road. So Mad Max Fury Road is the long-awaited fourth film in the Mad Max franchise. The last film, Beyond Thunderdome, came out 30 years ago in 1985, and this film is actually directed, written and produced by the same director, George Miller, the Australian director who did the original trilogy. And this was my most anticipated film of the year. I was really looking forward to this, really excited. I built up a lot of hype towards it, and the trailers were just phenomenal. If anyone's seen the trailers for the film, you'll know how good it looks, and I guess everyone was just hoping that the film would hold up to the trailers. So after seeing a few reviews, I saw that everyone was saying it's a fantastic movie. It was on like a 9.3 on the IMDb, 100% on the Rotten Tomato meter. Everyone was saying it's as good as the trailers, which is fantastic. I couldn't wait to see the film. And it opened up yesterday here in Australia, and I saw it last night with my brother and my dad, and it was fantastic. It was not a letdown at all. It was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. It's definitely the best film of the year. It's an amazing action film, an amazing adventure film. It's just so original and so much fun to see. So this version of Mad Max is played by Tom Hardy, and he's one of my favourite actors. He's actually my top 3 favourite actors of all time, and that's another reason why I was really looking forward to this film. I think he's a fantastic actor. If you've seen him in roles like Bane in The Dark Knight Rises or in Lawless or Warrior, you know that this guy can act and do pretty much any accent, any character, and he completely changes himself in every role. And here again, he had a different accent and looked different, and he was just a really good actor in this film. I thought his performance was really subtle but really worked for the character. So anyway, the story is very basic in this movie. It follows Furiosa, who is a girl who works for Immortan Joe, and she's played by Charlize Theron, and she's kind of the lead character along with Max in this film. And she stole some property from Immortan Joe. I'm not going to say what it is because that will spoil some things, but anyway, it's pretty much just a big chase scene. So she's taken off in this tanker, this giant truck, oil rig, and she's going through the desert, through the middle of nowhere to her homeland. Well, that's where she thinks she's heading. And Immortan Joe and all of his wild boys and all the gang are after them now through the desert. And just chaos ensues, and there's lots of people after them, lots of cars, V8 engines, trucks. You've got massive sound systems on wheels with this guy on strings playing an electric guitar with a flamethrower coming out the end of it. You've got guys on drums, got massive machine guns, and it's just a psycho movie. It's completely mad. So one of the things that I thought worked really well for this film was the fact that it did have a very basic story, so that there was no need to really slow down and explain to the audience what was going on throughout the film, because you can really keep up with it and understand what's happening. But even though it is a easy story, it's still a very interesting and original story. I haven't seen another movie like this, and it's definitely one of the best films I've seen in the past decade. So Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron do fantastic jobs in the leading roles of Max and Furiosa. Nicholas Hoult's also in the film, and he's quite good. You've also got a lot of Australian actors. Hugh Keays-Byrne returns as the villain, Immortan Joe. He's actually in the original Mad Max film, but as a different character, so it was kind of cool to see him again. And the movie just looked fantastic. Like, it was shot out in the desert, and it's a very bright film. You've got very bright blue skies, bright orange deserts. Everything just looks fantastic and colourful. I can't wait to see what the Blu-ray transfer will look like in a few months' time. I'm definitely going to pick this up as soon as it comes out on Blu-ray, because it was just that good. And the fact that they didn't rely on visual effects and CGI much in this film really worked for the movie, and you could really tell that a lot of it was real. All the cars and all the stunts looked extremely real, and it was just so fantastic to see explosions and all of that kind of stuff that was actually there and happening, not just done on a computer somewhere. So you felt like it was all real and the characters were actually in the moment. And there was only one main scene, which I think was a storm scene, which is in the trailer, which was done with visual effects, but I thought that was a fantastic scene as well. The soundtrack was also really heavy and hard-hitting, kind of like a Hans Zimmer score, but I thought it was really good, especially one song I really enjoyed about halfway through the film, and the soundtrack, yeah, just went really well with the movie. So if you're a fan of high-action films, you're definitely going to love this movie. This leaves the Fast and Furious films for dead. There's so much visual effects and CGI and fake looking things in the... I just watched Fast and Furious 7 a few weeks ago, and I wasn't really impressed by it. And this Mad Max film just leaves it for dead. It's so fantastic and so much fun. And you don't have to have seen the original Mad Max trilogy to see this film. It's kind of its own separate story. It's definitely a lot faster paced than the original trilogy. They're quite slow films, even if they are only like an hour and a half long. This film is 2 hours long, and it's very fast paced the whole time. It doesn't slow down. And the action is just shot phenomenally in this film. There's no shaky cam. There are a lot of quick cuts, but it's not shaky, so you can see exactly what's going on. And it was just filmed really, really well, and George Miller just put a lot of effort into this film. You can really tell that in every frame. So Mad Max Fury Road was a fantastic movie. It's probably the best film I've seen in a few years. I highly recommend it to anyone. You don't have to be an action junkie to like it. It's a really fun adventure film as well. So I highly recommend Mad Max Fury Road, and I'm going to give it an A+. So thanks guys for watching my review for Mad Max Fury Road. Please check it out and let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments section. Yeah, so thanks for watching my video, and I'll be back soon with other videos, unboxings and movie reviews and things like that. So please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.